Thank you very much, Naledi. Indeed, the provincial leadership has arrived, but the leader of the United Democratic Movement, General Bantu Holomisa, has not yet arrived, but the others from the province have arrived. If I can mention, Nkosinathi Ndlodaga, the provincial leader, is also here. The spokesperson of the province, Mcebisi, is also here. We expect the march to start here from Richardson Park to the CBD, particularly in Madeira police station, where they will hand over their memorandum of grievances, as well as the King Sabata Dalingebo local municipality. You will remember, Naledi, on the crime side of life, last year we had a traffic officer being shot dead in full view of the public in the busy Sutherland Street here in Mthatha, and also we've seen a lot of other people, business people, being shot and killed in broad daylight in the CBD. You will also remember that we are in court regarding the stock theft issue that is happening in the Biki area. The march is also about crime and the lack of service delivery, particularly waste management in the KSD local municipality. They also complain about water in the OR Tambo district municipality. That is, they say there is too much corruption in the municipality, which disrupts the services, water services to the public. But with me is Mcebisi, the spokesperson of the UDM here in the Eastern Cape, will be telling us about the logistics of today. Thank you very much, Mr. Mcebisi. Tell us, what do we expect from here?
What we're expecting from here is the converging of our members in the public, as we had went on a full-blown campaign around this march, inviting the public to join us, to say that we know that they're tired of load shedding, they're tired of potholes, they're tired of the dilapidating state of our infrastructure and all. So what we wanted from here, they're going to converge. Then from there, the president is going to arrive to lead the march, as we're going to go in our route up until we get to a unit whereby we are going to be able to present our demands to the mayor here in KS.
And Mr. Mcebisi, the issue of crime that we have seen in the Mthatha CBD, people getting killed day in and day out, and also the issue of stock theft that seems to be getting out of hand in Mthatha. What are the main challenges that we think the memorandum of grievances will touch on?
It will definitely touch on the stock theft, and also on the crime that has gone beyond controllable limits here in Mthatha and surrounding areas. Because you'd remember that stock is what our people live by. This is what our riches are all about, because our people, we grew up sending our kids to school, selling goats and cows and so on and so forth. So this is our economy that is being taken away from us, and it is out of control how many people are losing their stock through these frivolous crimes, and the police does not seem to have a plan to combat these crimes. And also, your general crime, especially gun violence, which has gone out of control in this particular town. Abantu abasuka in other provinces, they think that the Eastern Cape, because the rural areas, it is safe. In actual fact, it's not safe. Even for the elderly. Elderly are getting killed, are getting raped every now and then. We're getting those reports, and the question is, how many of those people are getting killed and are getting raped, which are not yet reported? Because what we see on the media, it is just a drop in the ocean of what currently is happening in this particular city and in this municipality. So those are the things that we want to the municipality, from the municipal level to the provincial level and the national level, to really look into, because our memorandum is not only going to the mayor, so that we look at the things at the local level. going to the provincial level, we're saying to them, escalate these things to the provincial level, escalate it to the cabinet, so that they sit around and be able to come up with solutions. And the beautiful thing about our memorandum, it also has examples of how they can be able to combat these things. Like for instance, if you're talking about crime, your neighborhood watches, and that needs to be strengthened, and our volunteers, they need to at least get some form of training in order to be able to deal with crime, because our police are not there. And also to boost the number of police that we have in the province, especially like for instance, even in Port Elizabeth now, New Brighton, it is the capital of the murder area in the Eastern Cape, and that cannot be, especially in a province whereby we have our stalwarts, our people who fought for this freedom that we are having today. They are coming from this province. Our democratic first elected president, Mthatha Nelson Mandela, is coming from this province. And what is currently happening here, it cannot be that somebody who has led us through the transition from apartheid up until we got and enjoyed the fruits of democracy, where he's coming from. This is what we are experiencing on a daily basis. And our people are living in abject poverty, and our people are living in high unemployment. Our people, are living in fear. It cannot be when our leaders are actually coming from here. We led the struggle against apartheid. So we are saying today, if you are tired of all of those things, come and join us right here at Richardson Park, and let us go and demand our freedom. Enough is enough.
And the KSD was once ruled or under UDM, and do you concur with people who say that things started falling apart in the city after the UDM lost control of the municipality? That's an obvious thing. That's lunch bar. So it's obvious because you remember that President Holomisa in the during the apartheid times, he after and the coup, he led this. This was the crop of the cream of the Eastern Cape, of the then Transkei. Then when we came into power as the UDM during the transition of democracy, and things were going, infrastructure was maintained, we're building structures, services were going to the people. But then the moment that the floor crossing took over and all of that, and people started now having this euphoria of having to hold on to the liberation movement, things started to falling apart, and they are falling apart. In an actual fact, there's nothing that's falling apart. There's nothing left, especially in Mthatha, which has been the glory of the Eastern Cape for many years under the rule of the UDM. It is about time that we reclaim that, and we reclaim those victories, and remind our people that we are able, as the UDM, we are able to take services to the people, we are able to maintain infrastructure, we are able to govern without corruption. And you remember that President Holomisa was chucked out of the ANC because he fought corruption. During the Transkei times, he orchestrated a coup because of corruption. So he's a man here who him and corruption do not mix. So he's a man that we can trust, and that is why we are coming to stand here and say, come 2024, come the elections, let us check out the ANC, let us remove them and put in the UDM so that we can get our services that we want. Today it's about that, it's about reclaiming our city, it's about reclaiming our province and our country. Thank you very much. Mthatha Zigebe, the spokesperson of the UDM here in the Eastern Cape, saying that things started falling apart in the Mthatha CBD after the UDM lost its power back in 2004-2005, because remember that the King Sabata Dalindyebo local municipality, which includes Mthatha and Anduli was once under the rule of the UDM, and he's also saying that from here they plan to move to the Mthatha building, which houses the offices of the King Sabata Dalindyebo local municipality, where they'll be handing over their memorandum of grievances to the officials. It's back to you in studio, Naledi.